Hi, I'm Thaiska Jumbo, a Clifton Strengths coach and career clarity strategist, and I help ambitious women who feel stuck in their careers get clear on their strengths and create consistent action so they can move forward with confidence. If you're ready to get unstuck and step into your next chapter, you are in the right place. I want to invite you to my free workshop on October 9th and 10th from 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Eastern. I will show you how to use your strengths to get unstuck so you can stop circling and start moving forward. Now, let me take you back to a time when I was a senior manager. I knew I was ready for more. I wanted to get promoted, but I didn't know how to make it happen. My number one strength is Relator, which is a relationship building strength. But most of my strengths are in the executing domain, and that means that I thrive when I'm getting stuff done and following through, and I do my best when I have strong and trusted work relationships. So here's what I decided to do. I leaned into those strengths, and I did it consistently. I started building relationships across the company. I joined inclusion networks and showed up in small ways. Like I would comment in the chat when we had our meetings. I would ask thoughtful questions, and I was getting involved in conversations. Over time, that led to me taking on a bigger role as the communications lead for one of the groups I was involved in. I also volunteered to become a strengths coach inside of our company, and that opened up opportunities to connect with people in completely different parts of the organization. At the same time, I stayed excellent in my daily work, and I raised my hand for projects where I could help other people succeed. So by consistently showing up in my strengths and building relationships and executing well, I built credibility and a strong brand inside the company. The result was that I went from being a manager to a senior director in 5 years, with one promotion after another. And it wasn't because I had some secret roadmap. It was because I stayed consistent in the strengths that came naturally to me. I didn't try to pick up somebody else's playbook and do what they were doing. I found what worked for me. So what I realized along the way is that when people say that they're stuck, what's really happening is they haven't found a rhythm of action that works for them yet. Clifton Strengths helps you figure out what your natural rhythm should be. So if your strengths are in relationship building, then your rhythm comes from conversations and trust. If your strengths are in executing, like me, your rhythm comes from steady, reliable follow through. If your strengths are in influencing, your rhythm comes from showing up and making your voice heard. And if your strengths are in strategic thinking, your rhythm comes from making space to reflect and generate ideas. The key is to lean into the rhythm that matches your strengths. And when you do, consistency doesn't feel like a grind. It just feels natural. So here's something that you can try. I want you to think about your top strength. What is one action you could repeat, either daily or weekly, that uses that strength? That's the starting point from moving from stuck to forward motion. I don't know if you are like me, but everywhere I'm hearing about consistency. Consistency is key. If you look at people who are making gains in their careers, people who are able to have thriving careers even in the midst of all these layoffs, people who are influencers on social media, or they're building businesses on their own, it's not that they have some secret superpower. Their secret is that they keep showing up day after day. I know that you've heard that done is better than perfect. Well, I am leaning into that right now. You can see there's a little hand behind me because I'm in the car. I've got one of my sons in the car. We are waiting in the car because it's raining, and my other son has a football game. So I want to make sure that I'm building the consistency that I need to continue to show up in my business every day. And a part of that is showing up here on YouTube and bringing the content that I know that people need. So if this resonates with you, I want you to hit subscribe for weekly strengths-based tools to help you get unstuck. Because if you're like me, you're a professional, or you're a business owner, you're a wife, you're a mother, you've got multiple responsibilities, and you just have to make it happen the way that you can. I'm here to help you. I'm in the trenches with you. I want to invite you to my free workshop on October 9th and 10th from 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Eastern. I will show you how to use your strengths to get unstuck so you can stop circling and start moving forward, even in the midst of chaos, or even in the midst of family, in the midst of all things happening. I want to help you stop going around in circles and start moving forward. The link to register is in the description. Save your seat today because response will be limited. Remember, clarity does not come from waiting. It comes from consistent action in your strengths. So now you know, and now you go.